Welcome to Eventful Endeavors, secrets to crafting the perfect celebration. If you're planning an event and looking for useful tips from industry experts, you're in the right place. So get ready to take some notes and we'll dive right in. This is Eventful Endeavors.
So, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Eventful Endeavors. And today I'm super happy to have Yasmin Column with Perfectly Planned by Yas. Yasmin,
Thanks so much
so
for
awesome
having
to be
me.
here. Yay! Being here today. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Literally just before getting on this call with you, I was just catching up with, emails and stuff. I feel like that's the norm for a Monday. So it's been great. How are you?
Very well. I'm great, actually. I'm so happy to have you. I came across your website and I love what you do. And I saw so many
Okay.
couples and so many happy couples. I said, I gotta have her on the podcast. And I can also see that you have 16 years of experience and you're a certified wedding planner from the Wedding Planner Society. This is amazing. Tell me about this. Like, what brought you to the industry? Like, what's going on?
Yes, actually, I feel like other wedding planners got me into it. I have one particular friend that's in the business that kind of like motivated me to. She's a longtime friend who's also a wedding planner. She was going through school at the moment, and I had told her like my passion about it. And she was like, girl, you should just go do it. Go get certified. Just do it. I was like, okay, send me the information. And so from there I did an in-person class. And then it's crazy because I did it during before COVID hit. So it was January 2020 when I got certified. And from there on, the pandemic happened. And that year, I did their master certification classes. And then I became a master certified wedding planner. But what helped out a lot too is just being in those 16 years of hospitality. So I worked in hotels, and I feel like that, having that as a background, helps with your business. That's why I'm like so nice to everybody because of the hospitality background, I'm
It's amazing.
super nice to everybody.
This is amazing. And I would assume that as a wedding planner, like, your interpersonal skills should be so good. And I'm just getting this good vibe. And I see all those happy
Right.
couples. Sweet. Yeah, I guess it's working out pretty good. So I see that you're based out in Orlando, correct?
Yes, but I travel anywhere, anywhere. Take me out of Florida. Take me to the city. Let me see new things.
Oh,
Please.
wow. How often do you actually fly out of Florida for a wedding?
So last weekend was like my actual first one. We went to Puerto Rico. So I did a wedding over there and it was so wonderful. Just like the details, the bride, just the couple in general, they were just so nice. And meeting different vendors in another like whole country it was so dope. It
It
was
is
so
so much
dope.
fun. It is
Yeah, I
such.
had the best time.
Well, with 16 years now in the industry, it's actually going to take me now to my very first question that I'm sure our listeners also are really looking forward to hearing your answer about this. What are the current trends you're seeing like in the wedding industry? Like what's going on? What has changed within those 16 years?
A lot, my goodness. So thank God, because some of the stuff are like really cringe. Like, anyway.
What?
Yes. So like getting out of like the burlap. I know like everybody was like into like the rustic with the burlap. I feel like rustic now has changed and it comes like in line with boho now. So I think that's fun to like mix those two together. But the trending things that I'm obsessed with right now is like fruits and bows and what else? Like just like bold colors like red and like mixing the bolds. Like my wedding just this past Saturday, she had like different shades of purple. Like it was just so beautiful to see. And I feel like a lot of weddings now, I know like trends come and go, but I feel like with why we can't let them stay. Like trends, let them stay. Don't let them be trends. Don't let them go away. Cause some of the stuff are just so fun, and it's like the way the society is like if somebody does a trend from 2 months ago, it's cringe. And it's like, no, let it stay. Let us like enjoy it. Let us do whatever we want for our wedding days. So I think the whole trend thing, it's fun, but at the same time, let them stay. Don't take the trends away. Do whatever you want. It's your wedding. Customize it to her. But definitely like the bold colors right now, like I said, like the purples, the reds, the bows and the coquette and the fun vintage. That's what I'm obsessed with right now.
I love it. And I just like you said, if it's good, let it stay. Don't take it away. Don't make it a trend. Just let's make sure this is gonna be like default, like for every wedding. This color.
Yeah, like let all the colors like just stay. Like don't let blue be like a thing for last week. No, use it. Do whatever you want. It's your wedding day. But always ask me for advice, please. Be happy to help you with advice and lead you into the right direction. Okay, thanks.
And I'm sure you're gonna give them some good advice based on your amazing experience.
And
You know, takes me now actually to the next question, which we just actually you brought up earlier, and I love to hear your answer about this. What things couples should never do on their wedding? Like any cringe-worthy things you hate seeing at your
yeah. Stop doing garden toss. Stop. It's so cringe. And it's like, I didn't do it for mine because I was like, no, my dad is there. I'm not going to let my husband go under my dress to go. No. It's so cringe. It's so traditional. It's so back then. And I am so grateful that a lot of my couples have let that go, have let that tradition go. No more garden toss.
I couldn't agree more, actually. You know, when I perform in weddings, I'm so happy to see that it's not happening anymore. The garter toss. I mean, based on my experience, I didn't come across it recently, and I'm so happy for it. I mean, personally, me, I don't like it. I know it's a big tradition, but I'm
Yeah.
totally on that.
Yes. That was for the 1860s. Leave it there.
Right.
Like it had a meaning back then. We don't need to do it now. But for sure, garter tosses have like not been, being shown nowadays, which I am happy for. You can still wear the garter. I think it's still super cute. I think it's still fun to like have it under your dress for, later on after the wedding. And just like to have that little detail, but to actually do it, it just makes me cringe, and we just need to let it go.
I agree. I mean, as long as you modify it and tweak it like to 2025, then that should be okay. I mean, don't get rid of the tradition, but just make it more, I don't know, family
They-
friend.
One of the they're still doing the bouquet toss. I'm great with that. Or maybe toss other things. This is something that I've been recommending to my couples. T-shirt toss. I've been seeing that recently. Instead of like doing a garden toss, make fun T-shirts. People love free shit. Like, sorry, are you able to see that? People love things.
You want free stuff. So that is actually a really valid. You got that right.
People love free things. Like, do a fun T-shirt with your shirt and your faces on it with the wedding date. People love that stuff, and just toss that instead.
I know. And I feel like I came across the T-shirt thing. Like, it's been a while since I actually said that. I love that idea. So I really hope people will be using that more often.
Yeah, just toss it into the crowd. I had a bride do it. She did 4 T-shirts, 2 different like styles, and literally gathered everybody. It was a good way to open up the dance floor. So they got everybody on the dance floor, and they just started tossing T-shirts like they do at concerts. Like, I thought that was so dope, So yeah, I'm here for the T-shirt toss.
I'm so for it. What is like the most like, okay, so obviously the T-shirt is like really fun. Is there like any other thing which is like the most unique or fun idea you see like at a recent like wedding? I will tell you what I came across, and I wonder if you did too. Well, actually, I see it's like a really big thing now. They have the photo booth like in weddings, or just people actually, they have this QR code and everybody's taking photos, and it just goes like to the same album.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't need a photographer anymore, but what's your thought about that? I'm just wondering.
The QR code thing is a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss. Now, some of the brides do put it everywhere, like in the common areas, on tables and stuff like that. But I feel like some people are just not doing it as often as we desire to. Sometimes I even try to like scan the QR code and do photos when I have the chance, just so that they have something to look back into. But they are something fun to add on. I feel like it is a cool thing to kind of have a place where all your photos are at the end of the night. But it's a hit or miss with the guest. It is a hit or miss.
Yeah.
But it is something fun. Yeah.
It's either like working out amazingly, or it's either like people are like, what? So yeah.
Especially if there's a lot of older people in the crowd of your guests that they're not too tech savvy. So you have to like walk them through the process and like, get them, hey, this is how you do it. They would love to have your photos there at the end of the day, like please do it. So sometimes I do encourage guests and sometimes I try to do it. And yeah.
And that's the thing. You just try to make them like, hey, just be a part of it, even if you're like technophobic in a way. So you try helping them out. But people have so many different ideas these days. So this is actually quite fascinating for me to, as a performer, to see like, oh, now they got this, they got that.
Yeah.
So many trends going on.
Literally.
Which also takes me like, okay, so any advice you can offer for someone just starting on their planning like journey?
Like for couples?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for sure, embrace your engagement. Embrace your proposal. Enjoy that moment. Because I know a lot of us get so excited that we want to go ahead and just start the planning process. Soak in the moment. Enjoy your engagement. All that stuff will be there later, and I feel like that's just so important. Have your engagement party if you want to have your engagement party, but just enjoy the moment. I feel like they're like, I'm proposed, I'm going to get married, let me start the process. Enjoy it, soak it in, and then hit us up and we'll be happy to help you. We'll be here.
I totally agree. A lot of people these days also, I feel like they're like, okay, so we got to engage. Okay, now we got to move forward. We got to this, we got to do that. Like, yeah, embrace it. That's such an amazing point.
Literally enjoy that moment. Like, this is your forever, soak in that moment and just enjoy your engagement process.
Love it. Tell us now, I know that obviously you're very experienced in the industry now and you've been through so many weddings, but can you tell me, aside from your amazing experience, what makes your service like unique, like compared to other planners? I can see you're very personal, so this is amazing.
Yes, I'm very personal. I'm very personal, very detailed, very communicative. I myself, as a vendor, have experienced other vendors not writing right away. I try my hardest and my best to respond right back to you. I'm sure you noticed that with me. I wrote back to you as soon as I possibly can. Forgive me again about the form, but
you're good.
I was on vacation too, by the way. But I try my hardest to respond as soon as I possibly can. And especially with me, when it comes to my brides, I'd be like, take my number down. If you have a question and something that we forgot or missed, please text me. If I'm busy at the moment, I will let you know, hey, I'm at a wedding, I'm at an event, I'm doing something, but I will get right back to you. Just so that they're not like waiting for me to reply to them. No, I'm so quick to reply because I too was a bride and I also know how it felt to not have that communication with my vendors. So I try to be different and try to stand out of the crowd for my clients,
And I just, I can attest for everyone else, to our listeners over here. Yasmin is like super responsive, even like in the, process of scheduling this podcast. With
I was so quick. I was like, let me do it because this is so
email
fun.
you and within like 5 minutes or even less, I go back and you're like, I'm at a wedding, but I'm like, oh my God, you're so busy right now, but you still take the time.
Yes, I really, really do. And even if I'm there, because I do give my couples my 100% that day, but if I'm like away or like doing something and I see that your message is there, I will reply to you. Like, please don't feel like you're alone in this process. I'm here to help you through it,
This is great. This is what people are looking for. So this is amazing.
Thank you.
What is your current availability? Like, how far in advance are you booked right now with weddings?
I haven't even opened up 2026, but I do have weddings set. So I guess I can say I'm open up to June 2026. So hit your girl up. I don't just do weddings. I do everything. Give me your 40th birthday party. Let me do your child's first birthday. You want to do a baby shower over the top? Call me. It will be my pleasure to assist. Like, I love events. There's always something to celebrate, and I would love to be a part of that process, Just seeing things differently from weddings, I want that. Like, give me the different varieties or variety or whatever. It's always hard for me to variety. So literally, like, I want the difference. So give it to me. I'm happy. I'm happy to. Give me your
out there. If you guys are, it's not just if you're getting married. If you want to plan anything else, birthday party, anything. Oh, this is amazing. This is great. I'm so happy I asked that. So what would you recommend? How early should couples probably approach you before planning their wedding?
Of course, depending on the planning process. So if they only need me for certain things, so say for example, I would appreciate if they hit me up a year, even if, like depending on when they get engaged and depending on when they want to start planning. I planned weddings in 2 weeks. I'm literally planning one in 3 months. So I feel like it just all depends on you and whenever you're ready. If I have the availability, I'm so happy to help. But the ideal thing is 6 months to a year. Even if it's for month of, I still check on you monthly, making sure the planning process is going smooth. And if you have any questions or need help with anything, I'm there to assist as well.
Yeah, and that's like how I feel like usually, couples like planning somewhere to like 6 months to a year. So that actually makes so much sense actually. But this is amazing. What is the deposit amount for your services?
So normally, I do 50% down and then I split the rest into payments. So it just makes this so much more comfortable and convenient for everybody. I think that's like the most basic way everybody else does it as well.
And we'll say this also, if you are listening to the podcast right now, if you're looking to plan your wedding, you will be getting $200 off the Amorado package.
Oh,
Did I say it right?
it's okay. I could give more details. It's for the Amara package, which is the month of coordinating. So listening to this podcast and you're a new couple that just got engaged or after you enjoy your moment, contact me and you'll get a $200 off just for listening to the podcast. So mention the podcast and I'll be happy to give you that discount and we'll get started on your process.
Yay! Awesome. What is the cancellation policy usually?
Cancellation policy, that's so good. Normally, I think about 30 months. I do have more detail about it in my contract for sure. 30 months, 30 days, 30 months, 30 days in advance, if possible, would be like ideal just to give us like a heads up and me to reach out to the vendors, letting them know of like the cancellations and stuff like that, depending if they cancel the entire wedding or let go of me and things like that. I think a month would be suffice.
Perfect. Are there any preferred vendors you recommend, and are the couples required to use them?
Highly recommend using my vendor list because there's just some instances that there are vendors we never worked with that they're special. And I hate to say that because, you probably had a passion of what you do and the customer service is just not there. And I don't like working with people like that. So definitely highly recommend using your planner's preferred vendors list because we've worked with them and we curated that to suit us and to suit you. Because we've worked personally with these vendors that we have on our list and have 100% trust in them, and they've never failed me. I've never failed them. And they're the people to go to, and hey, maybe some of them have like a little referral discount because I sent you to them. You never know.
You never know. And I couldn't agree more. Actually, it's just to find a reliable vendor who's also it's so important. And communication, because there's so many people involved in the event. You want to make sure, that all the points are like, they're in like full communication. Nobody drops the ball, especially on a special day.
I agree.
Such an important comment about it. I love this. I would say now, usually people ask like, how involved are you in the planning process? I would assume a lot.
Yes. It just all depends on what you hire me for. So if you're partial or full planning, please make sure you're like texting me and keeping me in the loop. Like I will hit you up every day if I have to, and for a month of, like I mentioned earlier, I do check in monthly, making sure you're okay. I have brides that have been so fantastic and know what they hired me for and stick to that. So they'll send me their contracts as soon as they like book a vendor and stuff like that. And right there, I take advantage like, how's everything? Are you okay? Everything's good? And once they tell me, great, yes, wonderful. Or they'll ask me, hey, can you send me some transportation services? I'll go ahead and send them some transportation services and they reach out to them. That's like, it's just so good. And then, of course, like I said, for partial and full planning, that's more of me involved in those packages. And I definitely am there for you constantly.
Oh.
It's like having a little planner bestie, and I want to be your planner bestie throughout the process.
This is so fun. It feels so personal. Like, honestly, I want to like get remarried right now and just hire your services right now.
You call me right away.
Service, back then. So I'm like, you know what? I'm actually considering it. It's a lot of fun. It's super personal. And I feel like this is so
Yeah. Let me talk to your wife really quick.
like, hey, do you guys want to get married all over again?
Yes. Vow renewals are a thing, and it's kind of like renewing your love. And, I do those as well. So,
Not that way, there you go.
yeah,
For me, and for all listeners, vow renewals.
yes. So for sure. I mean, vow renewals are so much fun. It's like just kind of like reminding your loved one that I do still love you through this entire process of like the 10, 15, 20 years that we've been together. So, and you get to like change things that you didn't have in your first wedding. You can do things differently, have different food, have different decor, have different colors. Like it's so fun. It's just so fun to like re-celebrate your love.
It is. It is. I feel like it's a thing that people should do more often. Some people actually do that. Some not. I love it. And it's another reason to celebrate. Come on, guys. Like, it's another reason to celebrate. Celebrate your love.
There's yeah, there's
Like,
something to celebrate.
yes, I love that. It just take me back actually to another, question that we already kind of covered, but I want to hear your personal input about this. One
Sure.
thing I would say, like in a wedding, that you wish that people would be doing more of, just more of that. Anything you see, like, please, like, keep doing that. I love the idea.
I feel like I just said that the other day. Let me see. One thing would be to have different options during dancing.
Mhm.
Not a lot of people dance. So having like different things to do, like photo booths or having games or just little things to keep people busy because not everybody dances. So I feel like that's something that literally at a wedding, I was like, oh my God, this is like so nice. It gives people things to do besides dancing. So give them a puzzle, give them, you know what I mean? Games, something different, a photo booth that, especially the fun van ones. I love the van photo booths because it just gives people somewhere to go, somewhere to be. And you just take these pictures in the van and they're so cool because it's like the little Volkswagens. And it just like it keeps people entertained and it's fun. And I think things like that. Have an ice cream cart. I love ice cream.
Yeah.
After cake, bring out the ice cream. I'm telling you, it keeps people entertained and it keeps people busy.
If
Especially during dancing. Not
if
everybody dances. We try to dance to get people to dance.
there you
I
go.
don't do dance. Let me tell you, I'm a fun planner, okay? If my song is on, I'm dancing with the couple.
Oh, yay. I don't think I've ever seen a wedding planner dancing with a couple. I would love to see that more, actually.
I'm probably packing up your things, but if I hear my song, I'm leaving that alone and I'm going to dance with my couple. Like
Oh,
we went through that process with you. We're seeing it come to life. It gives us so much joy and excitement. And a lot of people nowadays want fun planners. And please step out of your comfort zone and dance with your couples. You guys went through the process together. Have fun with them. It's your day too.
oh my God. I'm so happy to hear that. You got it
Yeah.
right. And I love this energy. I love this vibe. And all the wedding planners out there, go rock with your couple, just like,
I encourage it. And I
I
know
mean,
there's a lot of my girly pop planners that do it too, because it's just like, we're here, we made it. All the things that we spoke about, it's in our faces. It came to life. Let's enjoy it. And we're going to enjoy it with you.
I totally agree. And it gives me, even, as a performer, as part of the Dueling piano show, when I see all the guests, like on the dance floor, just having the time of their life, it gives me so much joy. I mean,
Yes.
obviously, we love performing, but when our people are having a good time on the dance floor, we are having a blast. And, as a wedding planner, it's the same for you. After such
Yes.
day and all the planning and everything, you just gonna want to go like, let's have some fun. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, let's do it. We came a long way with them too. And some of us, we planned it the whole entire year. You better enjoy that day.
Absolutely agreed. Well, Yasmin, I feel like I asked all the questions I had in mind. So I really want to thank you again for being here today. It was so much.
Not sure. Thank you for thinking of me. It's been great. This was so much fun.
Yes, and we're going to make sure to leave all the notes and details to Perfectly Planned by Yas, located in Orlando, Florida. So if you feel like planning your wedding, your anniversary, vow renewals, baby shower, bridal shower, this is your address.
Yeah.
Make sure to put all this information along with this episode. Yasmin, again, thank you so much for being here.
It's my absolute pleasure. You guys have an amazing week. Keep thriving.
You too. Thank you. Likewise. Take it easy.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Eventful Endeavors, Secrets to Crafting the Perfect Celebration. We hope to have left you with some actionable ideas for your own event. If you like the show, please subscribe and definitely leave us a review. We read every comment. So until next time, happy planning and see you soon on Eventful Endeavors.